What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash, the EV Nomad. Today we're headed out from Marietta, Georgia, and we're headed to Fort Worth, Texas. First stop, we're headed to the Atlanta, Georgia Supercharger. Not what the car recommended as the route. The car wanted me to go north to Ackworth and then head west. However, I'm just going this way because there's more stuff to do there. Gonna hang out with Kaylee for a bit before I take off and charge both of our cars, and then we will be on the way west. Well, we're supercharging in Atlanta, just hanging out for a little bit. Kaylee's giving me looks like I'm a crazy person right now. We're in the elevator from the parking ramp. Probably gonna grab some Starbucks and hang out for a bit while I supercharge before heading to Birmingham. And we're charged up to 96% in Atlanta, Georgia. It's almost 4 p.m. today, so definitely a later start than I was wanting, but it's fine. We're off to Oxford, Alabama. That'll be a fairly brief stop on the way to Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham is going to be a long stop, which is kind of unfortunate. But I think there's some restaurants and stuff around there, so I should be able to kill about an hour. I think I need basically 100% charge there because the car is saying I'll charge there for an hour and 10 minutes before we head to Meridian. The rest of the charges shouldn't be too bad, about half hour to 40 minutes. And let's get to this. We've got 830 miles to go to Fort Worth, Texas from Atlanta, Georgia. Made it to Oxford, Alabama. We are headed to Birmingham next. This only needs to be like a 15-minute stop because we were already negative 2% to Birmingham at 36%. Let's get plugged in here. This is kind of a cool setup because we've got like a triangle island of sorts of superchargers. We've got 4 here, so we have 6B, 6A, 5B, 5A. We've got a pull install here, 4B. Over here, 4A, 3B, 3A, 2B on this side. And then all the way over here, we've got 2A, 2B, 1B, 1A. So, and then we're back over here with the rest of them. So pretty smart for them to put the cabinets and stuff right in the middle there. This is a V2 station and 12 stall if you did not follow. I am gonna get some glass cleaner because I ran out of glass cleaner and forgot to get it at any of the stops I've made prior. And since there's a Target somewhere in this shopping complex of sorts, that's gonna be how I'm gonna use some time at this stop. And if I can kill a little bit more time here, it will reduce my charge time in Birmingham, which is certainly not the worst thing. I believe after Birmingham, it's close to 130 miles or so to Meridian, and I look, there is not a single Chatamo or anything in between Birmingham and Meridian, and in my car, it's a little bit of a stretch. Back on the road from Oxford, Alabama. Sun is setting. I think technically it's fully set. And we're headed to Birmingham, Alabama. That'll be 62 miles. We'll get there with 30%, and it's saying we'll need to be there an hour and 5 minutes. So not really looking forward to that. Mostly not looking forward to that because an hour and 5 minutes means it needs almost 100% charge, as I mentioned. And that's just not ideal when supercharging. Kind of wish I had planned for like an overnight stop or something there, and then it would be a little less painful. We've made it to Birmingham, Alabama. Arrived here with, I believe, 16%. We've got quite a bit of charge to get. We have to go 144 miles to Meridian, Mississippi. Let's see here. There we go. There's the energy screen. So you can't really see much. Let's see. I guess, yeah. Can't even see the whole trip yet, but I think it looks fairly flat there. That's fairly linear. So I'm going to figure out something to eat here. This bridge is super cool. It's actually changing colors as I sit here, which is pretty cool. There's Model 3 charging, and I'll let you guys watch this bridge. We're pretty much charged up here in Birmingham, Alabama. I just checked the windy app and it's showing very mild wind, so I think I'm going to take off here. I think 144 miles should be very doable with 95%. I'll start off with just setting autopilot at probably like 72 to 75, and if I can pick up the speed as we keep going, I certainly will, but there are no CHAdeMO, there's no superchargers in between, so I have to make it work. Let's get back on the road. Enjoyed some pizza at Your Pie, which is right there, and I was very impressed. It was slightly surprising that they actually had vegan cheese as well with no upcharge. It's pretty rare for that to happen. Usually places will charge quite a bit extra for vegan cheese, and a couple days ago we actually went to a restaurant and the vegan cheese was a $4 upcharge on like a 15-inch pizza, which that is a bit crazy. We made it to Meridian, Texas. According to the car, we did it 321 watt-hour per mile, 148 miles, and we used 47.5 kilowatt-hour. We have arrived at 11%, so we had great efficiency, especially compared to what the car projected, with arrival of 5% originally, and then fluctuating between about 5 and 15% as we go. Plugged in here, battery is probably kind of right at optimal temperature, but let's see how it ramps up. This supercharger is an 8-stall V2 150 kilowatt supercharger. It's at the Bonita Lakes Mall, which is certainly not ideal for late night supercharging because nothing's open, but we'll make it do, and we'll hang out here for, I believe, about 35 minutes before we head off to the next supercharger farther west in Mississippi. Ended up charging more than needed here in Meridian, Mississippi. It's projecting arrival with 21% to Monroe, Louisiana, or to Pearl, Mississippi, and let's get back on the road. Pearl, Mississippi, 19%. Get plugged in. It's getting a little chilly out. You can tell because the cord's getting stiff. We have a 8-stall V2 supercharger. Cabinets over there. Must be a requirement in the state for a fire extinguisher to be there, even though that fire extinguisher would not do much of anything if any of this catches on fire. And we're at another outlet mall, and this is another pull-in station, so kind of weird. Not much to do here in the middle of the night. It is 11:58 on election day, so we'll see how things shake out. And I think I'm gonna try and get a little bit of rest.
3 hours later.
We've managed to get a full charge in here in Pearl, Mississippi. Let's head to Monroe, Louisiana, and get this show on the road. 120 miles down, and we've made it to Monroe, Louisiana. Let's get charged up here before we head to Shreveport. This one is yet again in a little mall area, but more specifically in a Town Place Suites by Marriott hotel. There's also a courtyard right over there, or a courtyard by Marriott. And we've got the supercharger. We've got two over there as well with one gas car blocking it. Not the end of the world because the rest are open. Probably gonna rest up a little bit more while we're here. We're negative 48% at 14%, so we'll probably need about 70 or so percent. And we've got 104 miles to Shreveport.
3 hours later.
Good morning from Monroe, Louisiana. We are charged up pretty much all the way, slept through a couple hours here, and now we're off to Shreveport, Louisiana, and that will be 104 miles. We're here at the Shreveport, Louisiana supercharger. We pulled in at 7%. I think we're up to about 50 right now. We'll probably hang out to about 75%. It is at the Piccadilly Mall, or I think that's what it's called. Maybe that's one of the stores. Either way, it's at a mall complex, and I don't believe it's open right now. And even if it was, I probably wouldn't go in. Just gonna hang out here for a little bit longer, and then we will be off to Texas. We've made it into Texas. Lindale, Texas supercharger, 7% arrival. Let's get plugged in here. We're at Collins Street Bakery. There we go. I believe this is an 8-stall V2 supercharger. And we actually have some more of them over on this side. So there are 3 on this side and there were 5 over there. Kind of cool, but a little bit of a weird setup, but they make it work. So you've got 3B, 4A, 4B over here. And we have the sign that you get a free coffee for Tesla drivers. I didn't get to take advantage of this offer when I was in Corsicana, Texas last time I passed through because I came through in the middle of the night. But here we are today, and it's of course during the day, and it's 10:44 in the morning. I could use some coffee and a baked good. Got some work done here in Lindale, Texas. We're charged up to 89%. Probably by the time I'm unplugged, it will be at 90. First up, we're going to In-N-Out Burger, kind of west of Dallas, and get some lunch, and then that will be the end of this trip. As seems to be the norm lately, I forgot to film an outro for this video, unfortunately. Currently in Georgia here with Kaylee. I flew out here from Texas. We're gonna be road tripping to North Carolina and then back to Texas before we eventually head to California. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button and notification bell so you see as soon as new videos are out. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.